God bless you, and thank you for joining us. I'm Minister Billy Burton, and welcome to Sunday School Insights. This audio teaching series is an evangelistic tool brought to you by Inspirational Minutes Ministries International, Advocatus Ecclesiae Publishing, and Ministry Outpost. We hope and pray that these lessons will reach those who, for whatever the reason, either can't or won't come to a Bible study, a Sunday school class, or a traditional church service. Subscribe to our channel here on YouTube and then follow us on Facebook, where you can read your Bible lessons faithfully each week. Our Facebook link is conveniently posted below. Our background music, Worlds Away, is provided by the artistic genius of J Man at www.ourmusicbox.com. Again, we thank you for joining us, and Sunday School Insights begins now. Today's lesson is entitled Giving from a Generous Heart. Our scriptures are found in the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verses 1 through 7, chapter 35, verses 4 through 29, the book of Leviticus, chapter 27, verses 30 through 33, and 2 Corinthians, chapter 9, verses 6 through 8. Giving, especially from a pure motive of inspiration as you are led by God's Spirit, is important. It's obedient and a beautiful thing. It is God who gives the increase, meaning that God will take what has been given and multiply its use or stretch it so that what you give benefits more to those who are on the receiving end than they would have thought, as Jesus demonstrated in John 6 and 1 through 14. But it also means that when you give to help others, to fund God's cause, and you do it without trying to be seen and without the intent of seeking self-glory, God will bless you by multiplying that gift back to you, as stated in Luke 6 and 38. It is also important to be aware that God knows your heart. It is more of a demonstration of faith and sacrifice for a person who has $25 to their name to give $20 than it is for a person who has $50,000 to give $100, while making sure to announce it just to be recognized. Even though it is God who causes and or allows you to have wealth and provision to begin with, He won't force you to give what He has asked you to do. He would much rather you freely follow His command to give, and He will do the rest. In our lesson this week, God spoke to Moses about the items needed to build the tabernacle, and the children of Israel, whom God had brought out of Egypt with wealth, gold, silver, jewels, livestock, and the gifts and abilities to make fine linen, were supposed to gladly give from their hearts and from their wealth without Moses having to beg. God didn't tell Moses to coerce nor to embarrass or intimidate the people. He was to clearly tell the plan of God and then let each one come with what he had been led to give by God's Spirit. God also poured gifts and talents into His people so that they would have the knowledge and wisdom to build what God wanted. And remember, He supplied the gold, jewels, skins, wood, and other tools and materials ahead of time, necessary to get the job done. Willingness and obedience would now be required if God's holy tabernacle, ark, and furniture were to be constructed. God's people gladly gave. As a matter of fact, they gave so much until Moses had to tell them to stop. Wow. Can you imagine the people of today giving so much that pastors and leaders have to tell them to stop? Can you believe that they would tell you to stop? What plan does God have today for the building of his kingdom? And how is he commanding it to be funded? Our lesson says that we are not to give out of necessity, which means under pressure, but instead give because of a purpose. And when you give with a cheerful or happy, calm, pleasant heart, not with an attitude that someone can see a mile away. We're inviting you to come join us here again next week, God willing, for another informative lesson of Sunday School Insights. Our background music, You on My Mind, was composed and performed by J Man at www.ourmusicbox.com. God bless you.